Time you have, and you can chant your rounds in Prabhupada's room or in that room. Now we are going to take darshan, then we have a parikrama 4 times around the altar, and then we are going to Radha Shyam Sundar Mandir. Is closed, okay. The altar is closed, then we will walk. Yeah. It's closed, then let's go.
Krishna Krishna Amritane Shimati Shimati Shimati Chaitam Sarita.
So this is the samadhi of Jiva Goswami here. You can pay your obeisances and then we would walk. He was also a Prabhupada disciple. This is Pushpa Samadhi of Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj that I was telling you the story about. This is the Pushpa Samadhi of Puri Maharaj. Please allow devotees to pass.
Yol açın da o taraftan.
Santa Maharaj also was a disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati.
Panchatattva? Here.
Oh yeah, I saw.
You saw?
Yeah, I've been a few days back. Okay. It's Bhajan Mala of Srila Rupa Goswami. That's the samadhi and there's the bhajan. Sheila, they have inside. Hare Krishna. That older structure was more beautiful than this new one.
So nice.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate that they wanted to reconstruct that. The ancient Bavagar, yes. This is the third time. Let's go one more time and we will come to the Darshana.
Grazie.
karameham dadati svapadantika. Vancha kalpatarubhishya kripa sindhubhyacha patitanam pavanibho vaishnavibho namo namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshadare Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So, as many of you know, this is the room of Srila Prabhupada, where Srila Prabhupada lived before, after his taking sannyas.
Hepinizin bildiği gibi burası Şila Prabhupāda'nın sannyas aldıktan sonra yaşadığı yer, onun odası.
Srila Prabhupada resided in this room. This was his living room, and the room on the opposite side was his kitchen.
Şila Prabhupāda bu odada yaşıyordu ve bunun karşısındaki olan odada mutfağıydı.
He resided here from 1962 till 1965.
1962 ile 65 yıllar arasında burada yaşadı.
And I have some notes. I made some notes. These are the remembrance from Nirmal Chandra Goswami, who is the present president Acharya of Radha Damodar Mandir.
Radha Damodar Mandir'in başkan acharyası olan kişinin hatıralarından bazı notlarım var.
He was a young man at the time when Srila Prabhupada was living here.
Şila Prabhupada burada yaşarken o genç biriydi.
And his father at that time, he was the Sevaid, or the, how to say, the main Mahan, the main priest of that temple. Priest. Priest.
Yani o zamanlarda babası buranın en büyük, tutulan en büyük kişilerinden biriydi.
And he remembers how Srila Prabhupada, even before living here, he often came here to take darshan of Radha Damodara.
Şila Prabhupada burada yaşamadan önce de buraya gelip Radha Damodar'dan darshan alıyordu.
And Srila Prabhupada, as we know, from the financial point of view, he wasn't doing very well at that time.
O zamanlar Şila Prabhupada finansal açıdan çok iyi durumda değildi.
And there is even a story about a Brijabasi who knew Srila Prabhupada before Srila Prabhupada went to USA.
Şila Prabhupada Amerika'ya gitmeden önce tanıdığı bir Brijabasi vardı.
Srila Prabhupada hardly even had a chadar to cover himself in the winter time.
Şila Prabhupāda'nın kış zamanlarında kendini koruyacak bir çadırı bile yoktu.
All of his money he was using to get paper in order to print his Srimad Bhagavatams.
O kazandığı bütün parayı Srimad Bhagavatam basabilmek için kağıt olarak aldı.
And to make his notes, he was using papers from the papers.
Bazı kağıt parçalarına notlarını yazdı.
And on those corners where was white space, then he was using them to write and to make notes.
Ve o kağıt parçalarında böyle beyaz boşluklar varsa oraya yazıyordu notlarını.
And that Brijabasi, he described how he once offered a chadar to Srila Prabhupada.
Bu Brijabasi bir keresinde Şila Prabhupāda'ya nasıl çadar sunduğunu verdiğini anlatıyor.
And the condition of this room that we are seeing now,
Şu an görmekte olduğumuz bu odanın durumu.
it's actually, how to say, it's rebuilt by devotees.
Aslında adamlar tarafından tekrar yapıldı.
Because at that time the conditions were very, very dilapidated. I mean, everything was in a very, very broken condition.
Aslında gerçekten burası o zamanlar çok fazla dökük durumdaydı.
And it was quite simple.
Ve çok basit bir durum.
We see this bed and it's covered with this bed sheet, but it wasn't looking like that. Even I remember 25 years back when I came here for first time, it was a very, very simple bed. Yeah.
Mesela burada gördüğünüz yatakta böyle bir yatak örtüsü yoktu aslında. Ben 25 sene önce geldiğimde burası çok daha basit bir durumdaydı.
And Srila Prabhupada used these rooms to write his purpose to Srimad Bhagavatam.
Ve Şila Prabhupada bu odayı kendi Srimad Bhagavatam yorumlarını yazmak için kullandı.
before leaving here, Prabhupada lived at the Vamshi Gopal Mandir. We'll go there tomorrow.
Vamshi Gopal Mandir'de yaşıyordu Şrila Prabhupada burada yaşıyor.
Tomorrow we'll go to Radharaman,
Yarın Radha Raman'a gideceğiz.
and after the Radharaman and after the Samadhi of Gopal Bhatta Goswami, we will pass through Vamshi Gopal Mandir, where Prabhupada stayed before Radha Damodar.
Ve Gopal Bhatta Goswami'nin samadhisinden sonra da buradan önce Şrila Prabhupa'nın yaşadığı yere Vamşi'dama gideceğiz.
But this Dhyanachand Goswami, Nirmal Chandra Goswami, he remembers how his father described his experience with Srila Prabhupada.
Ve Nirmal Chandra Goswami de babasının Şrila Prabhupa'yı nasıl tarif ettiğini hatırlıyor.
His father at that time, as I said, he was the head pujari here in this temple.
O zamanlar babası buranın baş pucarisiydi.
And his eyesight already wasn't so good because he was a quite old man.
Oldukça yaşlı olduğu için görmesi çok iyi durumda değildi.
And he saw how Srila Prabhupada often came practically on the daily basis. He came to take darshan of Radha Damodar.
Ve Şrila Prabhupada da buraya günlük olarak Radha Damodar'dan darshan almaya geliyor.
And also Srila Prabhupada spent quite some time here around the samadhi of Rupa Goswami and Jiva Goswami.
Ve Şrila Prabhupada da zamanın önemli bir kısmını Rupa Goswami ve Jiva Goswami'nin samadhisinde.
And although his father's eyesight wasn't so good, he could see that this person is special.
Her ne kadar babasının görmesi çok iyi olmasa da bu kişinin yani Şrila Prabhupa'nın çok özel biri olduğunu anlayabiliyordu.
Then the father of this Goswami, Nirmal Chandra Goswami, he offered it to Srila Prabhupada that he asked him once, "Where are you staying? What are you doing?"
Ve bir keresinde Nirmal Chandra Goswami'nin babası Şrila Prabhupa'ya sordu, nerede kalıyorsunuz?
And Prabhupada said that I'm staying at Vamshi Gopal Mandir and I'm looking for another room to stay somewhere.
O da dedi ki Şrila Prabhupa'da ben Vamshi Gopal Mandir'de kalıyorum ama kendime kalacak bir yer arıyorum.
And then that priest, his name was Gaur Chandra Goswami, he offered him to stay here in the Radha Damodar Mandir. He said, I have these 2 rooms. No, actually, he offered him first this room for 5 rupees a month.
Daha sonra Gopal Chandra Goswami yani ona dedi ki benim aslında burada bir yerim var dedi ve burayı aylık olarak 5 rupiye ona verebilirim dedi.
And as we know, Srila Prabhupada, he very expertly bargained all this.
Ve bildiğimiz gibi Şrila Prabhupada çok iyi pazarlık yapıyordu.
And he said, I'll take this room for 5 rupees, but I'll take that one also.
Dedi ki evet tamam burayı 5 rupiye alacağım ama karşı tarafı da alacağım karşı odayı.
So in this way, Srila Prabhupada occupied this room and that room, which was the kitchen of Srila Prabhupada.
Böylece Şrila Prabhupada hem bu odayı hem de karşıda mutfak olarak kullandığı odayı kullandı.
And as I said, in this room, Srila Prabhupada wrote his purport to Srimad Bhagavatam.
Daha önce söylediğim gibi Şrila Prabhupada bu odada Srimad Bhagavatam.
And in this room, Srila Prabhupada was thinking about how he's going to preach in the West.
Ve bu odada nasıl batıda preaching yapacağını düşündü.
But you should not think that Srila Prabhupada was just sitting and he was dreaming that, okay, I'll go to the West and I'll do that, I'll do that.
Ama şunu düşünmeyin, yani Şrila Prabhupada burada oturdu ve hayal kurmaya başladı.
Srila Prabhupada intensely prayed here in this room.
Şrila Prabhupada bu odada çok ciddi
And during the night times, Srila Prabhupada used to sit near Kaunte. You should open the door. You should not. Yeah. You should allow people to come in if they want. At least leave it like that. And Srila Prabhupada was going to the one of the neighbors, Vrijbasis that were living here.
Şrila Prabhupada burada yaşayan bir komşu acabasıyla gidiyordu.
He remembers how one night he heard, I mean during some nights he heard somebody was weeping and crying.
O kişi bazı geceler bir kişinin ağladığını duyuyordu.
And once when was the full moon,
Bir keresinde dolunay vardı.
he saw the figure of the person who was crying for many days in a row every night.
Her gece ağlayan o kişinin silüetini gördü.
And he saw that this was actually Bhaktivedanta Swami, or Swami Maharaj as the Jabasi knew him.
Ve bu Prajabasi'nin kim olduğunu biliyordu. Bhaktivedanta Goswami'ydi.
And Prabhupada was crying, he was weeping, he was praying intensely to get Srila Rupa Goswami's mercy, Srila Jiva Goswami's mercy.
Şile Prabhupada da ağlıyor. Yoğun bir şekilde dua etse Şile Goswami vermemesini istiyordu.
And we should understand that this preparation wasn't a passive preparation.
Biz bu hazırlanma sürecinin basit bir süreç olmadığını anlamalıyız.
It was an intense bhajana preparation,
Bu çok yoğun bir bacana hazırlığıydı.
which was dedicated to prayer
Dualara adanmıştı.
and chanting of the holy names.
Ve bu ismin zikredilmesiyle gerçekleşti.
And of course, Srila Prabhupada was thinking deeply about how to fulfill his mission that he got from his spiritual master.
Ve manevi öğretmenin aldığı talimatı nasıl gerçekleştireceğini derin bir şekilde düşünüyordu.
And once Gaurachand Goswami, who was the priest at that time here, the head pujari, who gave Prabhupada these rooms,
Ve bir keresinde Prabhupa'yı buraya vermiş olan, buranın baş mübaresi olan Gopal Chandra Goswami,
he remembers that once Srila Prabhupada told him
bir keresinde Şila Prabhupa'nın ona şöyle söylediğini hatırlıyor.
that he got a few sakshat darshans here in this place.
Burada şakşatlar
Sakshat darshans means the direct interaction, direct darshans with Srila Rupa Goswami and also with Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his spiritual master.
Şila Goswami'nin ve Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami yani manevi öğretmenin direkt karşılığını almıştı.
And as you know, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati came to Srila Prabhupada and said, you have this mission, you be brave, don't worry.
Ve bildiğiniz gibi Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami ona gelip senin böyle bir görevin var, cesur olmalısın.
And there is a very beautiful painting also when Srila Rupa Goswami is appearing before Srila Prabhupada.
Ve çok güzel bir Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Şila Prabhupa'nın önünde beliriyor.
And Srila Rupa Goswami promised him that he will be behind, so don't worry, be bold and just preach.
Şila Prabhupada de ona cesur ol, ben senin yanına planlıyor.
So taking the order of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati very, very seriously, Srila Prabhupada fulfilled the mission that he got from his spiritual master.
Şila Prabhupada manevi öğretmeninden aldığı bu talimatı çok ciddiye aldığı için misyonu gerçekleştirdi.
And the rest is already history, as you know. The rest is history.
Geri kalan şey de bildiğiniz gibi bizim tarihimiz oluyor.
And I would like to tell you another story,
Ve size başka bir hikaye anlatmak istiyorum.
which already happened after Srila Prabhupada came back from USA.
Bu Şila Prabhupa'nın Amerika'dan geri geldikten sonra olan bir şey.
This room still remained Srila Prabhupada's. He was still renting even when he went to the USA because Prabhupada was thinking something will not work, I'll come back to Radha Damodar Mandir.
Şila Prabhupada burayı kiralamaya devam ediyordu. Çünkü Amerika'da işler yolunda gitmezse geri dönebileceğini düşünüyordu buraya.
And when Prabhupada was sick and he came back to Vrindavan, he was staying here.
Ve Şila Prabhupada çok hasta olup tekrar Vrindavan'a geldiğinde burada kaldı.
And at that time he came with his first disciple, Kirtananda Swami, who got sannyas here in this temple.
Ve Kirtananda Swami'nin ilk öğrencilerinden biriyle geldi. O burada sanyas aldı.
And all of Prabhupada's documents, all the archives, they were kept here.
Ve Şila Prabhupa'nın bütün arşivleri de burada tutuluyordu.
And Prabhupada so he started to come with his Western disciples.
Ve Şila Prabhupada batılı öğrencileriyle birlikte gelmeye başladı.
And once when Srila Prabhupada, there are few pictures when Srila Prabhupada gave this series of lectures on the nectar of instructions. And many Brijabasis, they were very, very happy that Srila Prabhupada brought Western devotees with him. Some Brijabasis weren't so happy because devotees did not know how to behave properly. Devotees were wandering on Loy Bazaar and they were taking the fruits from the fruit vendors. They weren't paying and they were saying, this is Krishna's fruits, so why should we pay? We are brahmacharis. And therefore, so in the society, the opinion about devotees were divided. Some were very, very enchanted, others were quite skeptical about devotees. Including his own god brothers. And once Srila Prabhupada invited his god brothers to take prasadam. And many of his god brothers, they said that we are not going to eat from the hands of lechas. And this wasn't just one-time event, it happened again and again. God brothers of Srila Prabhupada, in the beginning, they did not quite accept his Western disciples, they did not consider them to be real Vaishnavas. And among such God brothers was Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. He was born in a Brahmana family and he was quite orthodox in his ways of being. And once Puri Maharaj, he got a big donation in the form of a very, very old temple. I think the name of the temple was Ananta Vasudev, but it was a very beautiful ancient temple and he needed money to restore it. And he wrote to Srila Prabhupada and asking, maybe you, Swami Maharaj, maybe you can donate some money for me to restore that temple. Now, hear attentively Srila Prabhupada's reply. Dear Puri Maharaj, I got your letter from the 27th of August 75. And I carefully studied the content of your letter. Yes, I am very rich, I have a lot of money. And this is happening by the grace of Bhagavan. Our devotees are selling books for $1 million monthly. But you should understand that this money are coming from lechas and yavanas. This money are contaminated. And if I'll give you those money, they'll contaminate you because you are a Paka Brahmana. So therefore, I'm sorry, but I cannot share those money with you because you will not digest their karma. Prabhupada could be very strong sometimes because he was an acharya and he had to fulfill a mission. And as you know, before leaving his body, Srila Prabhupada begged excuses from his god brothers for sometimes dealing with them in that way.
Şile Prabhupada bedeni terk etmedeki can kardeşlerine onlar da bazen bu şekilde.
And once there was a last meeting of such a last meeting when many God brothers were present. Puri Maharaj also was there.
Bir keresinde birçok can kardeşinin olduğu, Puri Maharaj'ın olduğu bir toplantı gerçekleşti.
And when Prabhupada begged his excuses from his God brothers for being on their case often, all of his God brothers, they said, Swami Maharaj, we were not offended. Especially Puri Maharaj said that no, this was actually the manifestation of your humility because you wanted to educate us.
Ama Puri Maharaj mesela şöyle dedi, sizin alçak gönüllünüz tezahürü sizi eğitiniz dedi.
And then Srila Prabhupada said, okay, if you say that, and remember, it was in Krishna Balaram Mandir, Prabhupada was already on his deathbed. I mean, he was about to leave his body.
Hatırlayın o Krishna Balaram Mandir'deydi ve ölüm yatağında yatıyordu, bedeni terk etmek üzereydi.
And Srila Prabhupada then addressed to Puri Maharaj.
Srila Prabhupada Puri Maharaj'a seslendi.
Can you please give me a gift?
Lütfen bana bir hediye verebilir misin?
And after that, I'll give you a gift.
Ondan sonra ben de sana bir hediye vereyim.
And Puri Maharaj said, of course, any gift you want, I can give you.
Puri Maharaj dedi ki, istediğin her hediyeyi verebilirim sana.
And then Srila Prabhupada said,
Srila Prabhupada şöyle dedi.
do you remember how when our Guru Maharaj was leaving his body,
Laneli öğretmenin şu bedeni nasıl terk ettiğini hatırlıyor musun?
he asked Bhakti Rakshak Dardev Goswami Maharaj to sing Shirupa Manjari Pada.
Bhakti Rakshak
He asked somebody to sing Shirupa Manjari Pada.
Shirupa Manjari Pada'nı söylemesini istedi öğrencilerden.
It was a leading disciples of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, very advanced disciples.
Bhakti Saraswati Goswami çok ileri bir öğrenci.
And Sridhar Maharaj didn't have a good voice.
Sridhar Maharaj'ın iyi bir sesi yoktu.
And then one of his secretaries of Bhakti Siddhanta said,
Bhakti Siddhanta'nın bir sekreteri şöyle söyledi.
Puri Maharaj, you start singing Shirupa Manjari Pada.
Puri Maharaj sen başlar mısın?
And Puri Maharaj started to sing.
Ve Puri Maharaj da söylemeye başladı.
And you know, when your Guru Maharaj is chastising you, this is very heavy experience.
Ve bilirsiniz Puri Maharaj'ın sizi azarladığında bu çok ağır bir deneyim.
Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati on his deathbed, he stopped Puri Maharaj from singing.
Bhakti Saraswati Goswami ölüm yatağında Puri Maharaj'ı durdurdu.
And he said, I don't want to listen to a good voice now when I'm dying.
Ölürken senin güzel sesini dinlemek istemiyoruz.
I want to listen to the bhava, to the emotions.
Ben havayı, duyguları duymak istiyorum.
So Sridhar Maharaj sing again.
Sridhar Maharaj sen söyle dedi.
And Sridhar Maharaj again started to sing.
Ve Sridhar Maharaj tekrar söyledi.
And Puri Maharaj felt, you can imagine how he felt.
Ve Puri Maharaj ne kadar iyi hissetmiş olabileceğini tahmin
And
ediyorum.
Prabhupada said, you remember Guru Maharaj, he denied your singing.
Hatırlıyor musun? Puri Maharaj senin söylemeni reddetmişti.
But can you please sing the same Shirupa Manjari Pada for me now when I'm dying?
Ve şimdi ben ölürken bana bunu sen söyler misin?
And with tears in his eyes, Puri Maharaj started to sing Shirupa Manjari Pada.
Ve Shirupa Manjari Pada'yı söylemeye başladı.
And afterwards, Srila Prabhupada said, now, would you like to take prasadam from my disciples?
Ve sonra Shirupa Prasada dedi ki, benim öğrencilerimin elinden prasadam almak
And
istiyorum.
all of his God brothers who usually were very hesitant to do that,
Genel olarak birçok can kardeşimiz da çekinceliydi.
they said, yes, of course.
Ama o, evet tabii ki dedi.
And Prabhupada said to his devotees, immediately feed them prasadam.
Ve hemen dedi ki, insanlık prasadam verin.
And then Puri Maharaj, he went home.
Ve Puri Maharaj evine gitti.
And he was thinking, what kind of present Swami Maharaj wanted to give me?
Ve Puri Maharaj düşünmeye karşılığında çeşitli hediyeler
And he understood that his guru manifested again through Srila Prabhupada and told him, sing again, sing Shri Rupa Manjari Pada, this time for me.
Ve anladı ki aslında bu numarayla Şila Prabhupa'nın birlikte manifest olmuştu.
And some years passed,
Ve birkaç sene geçti.
and Puri Maharaj started also accepting initiated disciples from Western countries.
Ve bu numarayla daha sonra Batı'dan inisiyatif olanlar kabul etmeye başladı.
And of course, with Western disciples, a lot of money started to came to his mat, to his temple.
İşte böylece çok fazla para gelmeye başladı.
And later he understood that this is the gift that Swami Maharaj offered me.
Ve anladı ki bu aslında Swami Maharaj'ın verdiği hediyeydi.
And he perceived all of his Western disciples as messengers of Swami Maharaj. They were sent directly by Swami Maharaj, by Srila Prabhupada, to help him. This is why actually he started to initiate Western disciples.
Ve bunu da aslında Şila Prabhupa'nın hediyesi olarak kabul ediyor. Bu yüzden onlara inisiyatif etmeye başladı.
So Srila Prabhupada wasn't just a preacher.
Şila Prabhupada sadece bir preacher değil.
Srila Prabhupada was a missionary.
O misyoner.
Srila Prabhupada was also a good teacher.
Aynı zamanda öğretmen.
And Prabhupada actually embodied the quality of Jiva Goswami.
O Jiva Goswami'nin niteliklerini bedenlemiş.
Because this is the place, this temple, Radha Damodar Mandir, was founded by Jiva Goswami. And the deities, Vimala, you can close the door. If you can't hear, you can close the door. Okay, if somebody will come, then you'll open. So the deities that we see, Radha Damodara, they were carved personally by Srila Rupa Goswami.
Burada gördüğünüz zeytinler Rupa Goswami tarafından
And they were given to Jiva Goswami, his only disciple, initiated disciple.
ve tek inisiyatif öğrencisi olan Jiva Goswami'ye verildi.
And Jiva Goswami was studying under Srila Rupa Goswami.
Ve Jiva Goswami de Şila Rupa Goswami'nin altında çalışıyordu.
And okay, I'll tell a little story about Jiva Goswami and Srila Rupa Goswami.
Şimdi size Şila Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami ile ilgili bir hikaye anlatacağım.
Once a very great pandit came to Vrindavana,
Bir keresinde çok büyük bir pandit geldi Vrindavan'a.
and Srila Rupa Goswami, being very, very humble, he showed his writings to that pandit, great pandit.
Ve Şila Rupa Goswami çok alçak gönüllü bir şekilde pandite yazdıklarını gösterdi.
Some say that it was the famous Vallabhacharya.
Bazıları bunun aslında ünlü Vallabhacharya olduğunu söylüyor.
And when Vallabhacharya saw the writings,
Ve Vallabhacharya'nın yazıları gördüğünde
I don't remember exactly the details, but he found a little fault in what Srila Rupa Goswami wrote.
detayları hatırlamıyorum ama bu yazılarda bir tane hatası diyor.
And Rupa Goswami immediately accepted and says, yes, of course, I'll correct that.
Ve şimdi Rupa Goswami hemen kabul ediyor. Evet tamam hemen düzelteceğim.
But Jiva Goswami was present during that discussion.
Ve Jiva Goswami de bu tartışma sırasında oradaydı.
And he got angry
Ve kızmaya başlıyor.
because there is no faults in Rupa Goswami's writings.
Çünkü aslında Rupa Goswami'nin yazılarının hiçbir hata yoktu.
So when that Vallabhacharya went off of the temple,
Vallabhacharya tapınaktan çıkıp gittikten sonra
then Jiva Goswami came after him,
Jiva Goswami onun yanına gidiyor.
and he said, why do you think that Rupa Goswami could make a mistake?
Nasıl Rupa Goswami'nin hata yapabileceğini
And he gave some logical arguments that there are no mistakes actually.
ve aslında hiçbir hata olmadığını kanıtlayacak bazı mantıksal argümanlar sundu.
And Vallabhacharya accepted, yes, you're right.
Ve Vallabhacharya evet haklısın dedi.
And later he told Rupa Goswami that your disciple is very smart. He actually told me that you did not commit any mistakes.
Ve daha sonra Rupa Goswami dedi ki senin öğrencin çok zeki ve bana senin hata yapmadığını
And then Rupa Goswami asked Jiva to come.
ve Rupa Goswami Goswami de Jiva'ya gel dedi.
He said, how you dare to correct a senior Vaishnava?
Sen senior bir Vaishnava'yı düzeltmeye nasıl cesaret?
And this was exactly the Atara Amrita that we was talking about in the Belvan.
Bu Belvan'da konuştuğumuz Atarat Amrita aslında.
Because from one side, Jiva Goswami had to protect his guru, his spiritual master.
Çünkü bir taraftan o gurusunu spiritüel korumak
A
durumundaydı.
loyal disciple is called Snigdha Shishya.
Sadık bir öğrenci Snigdha Shishya denir.
Snigdha means very faithful,
Snigdha çok inançlı.
and he's protecting his guru.
Ve gurusunu koruyor.
He's always in the mood of serving his guru.
Her zaman gurusuna hizmet etme modunda.
He sees every needs of his guru.
Gurusunun her ihtiyacını görüyor.
And he's described as Charta. Charta means he's an umbrella.
Şart olarak tarif ederim. Yani bu
He
şemsiye.
uses an umbrella to protect somebody from the rain and from the sunshine,
Siz şemsiyeyi hem güneşten hem yağmurdan korumak için.
from inconvenience, in other words.
Yani bazı sıkıntılara karşı.
So it was the duty of Jiva Goswami to protect his spiritual master.
Bu yüzden aslında Jiva Goswami göreviydi öğretmenin.
From another side, Rupa Goswami could detect some trace of some arrogance there.
Ama aynı zamanda Rupa Goswami onda böyle bir kibir izi görmüştü.
It wasn't fully grown,
Çok büyümüş durumda değildi.
but Jiva was an intellectual.
Ama Jiva entelektüel biriydi.
And Rupa Goswami wanted to cut that.
Rupa Goswami bunu anında kesmek istedi.
You know, Gauranga Prabhu, disciple of Radhanath Maharaj.
Gauranga Prabhu'yu biliyorsunuz.
He is one of the most brilliant brains that we have in our movement.
Hareketimizdeki en muhteşem beyinlerden bir tanesi.
And Radhanath Maharaj told him
Ve Radha Maharaj ona şöyle dedi.
that you have to do menial service for devotees.
Adananlara hizmetkarlık yapmalısın.
Otherwise you'll become very proud.
Yoksa çok kibirli olacaksın.
And Gauranga Prabhu regularly he is cooking. All the yatras, all the events, he's just cooking. He's going and he's cutting vegetables. He's cooking with his own hands and he's serving devotees.
O da zaman zaman adananlara yemek yapıyor. Sebzeleri kesiyor, kendi elleriyle dağıtıyor.
So sometimes when we have this intellectual side developed, then we have the tendency to become proud.
Böyle bir entelektüel tarafımız varsa gururlu olma eğilimimiz oluyor.
And therefore Rupa Goswami, he said, get out of Vrindavan. The Vrindavan is not a place for the people who are proud.
Ve o da Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Vrindavan'dan çık git, burası gururlu insanlar.
Crying Jiva Goswami went on the periphery of Vrindavana, on Yamuna
Ve o
bank.
da Yamuna'nın kıyısında, Vrindavan'ın çevresinde
And he find a hole in which a crocodile was living previously.
daha önce bir timsah yaşadığı bir çukur buldu.
And once 1 year passed actually.
Ve bir sene geçti bunun üzerinden.
He did his bhajana there. He almost wasn't eating. He was just crying that he was rejected by his guru.
Neredeyse hiçbir şey yemiyordu, sürekli ağlıyordu gurusu tarafından reddedildiği için.
And once the Brijabasis, they came to Sanatana Goswami, who was senior brother of Rupa Goswami.
Ve bir keresinde Rupa Goswami'nin büyük abisi
Sanatana Goswami stayed at Chakratirtha at Manasiganga. We will pass through that place when we will have Govardhan Parikrama on Monday.
Pazartesi Govardhan Parikrama'da yaparken göreceğimiz Manasiganga'nın orada yaşadı.
And Sanatana Goswami, he was the life and soul of all the Brijabasis in Brajamandala.
Brajamandal'daki bütün Brajabasilerin yaşamı ve ruhuydu sanırım.
Everybody liked him and loved him.
Herkes onu severdi.
And once the Brijabasis, they came to Sanatana Goswami and said,
Bir keresinde Brajabasiler Sanatana Goswami'ye geldi ve şöyle dediler.
oh, you are, I forgot the name, but they say you are the greatest Baba in our Vrindavana Mandala.
Sen Vrindavana Mandal'daki en büyük babasın dedi.
But actually, and you are very austere.
Ve sen çok feragat dolusun.
But now we got to know that there is somebody who is more greater than you actually.
Ama biz şimdi öğrendik ki senden daha büyük olan biri varmış.
And Sanatana became very curious.
Sanatana çok merak
Not
ettiğinde
that somebody is greater than him, but he just became curious. Who is this new sadhu that Brijabasis are glorifying?
kim bu yeni sadın Brajabasilerin övdüğü diye.
And they took him. They say that there is a boy who is Bada Baba, something that he is greater than even you.
Bada Baba isimli bir genç bir bir sadı var. O senden bile daha büyük.
So they took him to that hole of a crocodile.
Bu timsahın bulunduğu çukura
And
götürdü.
Sanatana Goswami saw Jiva Goswami, who was just skinny like a skeleton.
Ve iskelete dönmüş olan Jiva Goswami'yi gördü.
And he asked what happened.
Ve ne oldu diye sordu.
And Jiva Goswami told him what happened.
Ve Jiva Goswami de her şeyi anlattı.
And Sanatana took him by the hand,
Ve Sanatana Goswami onu elinden tuttu.
brought him to Rupa Goswami.
Ve Rupa Goswami'ye götürdü.
But he said, stay outside, I'll talk with him.
Ama dedi dışarıda bekle, ben onu konuşacağım.
And then he said, oh Sanatana, you are preaching and you are writing, but you forgot the main message of Mahaprabhu.
Ve dedi ki sen preaching yapıyorsun, yazıyorsun ama Mahaprabhu'nun bir mesajını unuttun.
And Rupa Goswami said, what I forgot, I'm sorry, I don't know what I forgot, tell me please.
Özür dilerim, ne unuttuğumu bilmiyorum, lütfen bana söyler misin dedi.
Sanatana Goswami was his senior brother, and he was like a mentor, like a shiksha guru for Rupa Goswami.
Sanatana Goswami onun abisiydi ve onun şikşe gurusu, mentoru gibiydi.
Radha Swami is saying that he was the first counselor in our movement.
Radha Goswami onun hareketimizdeki ilk danışman olduğunu söylüyor.
And then Sanatana said, please enumerate the principles that Mahaprabhu taught us.
Ve lütfen Sanatana Goswami dedi ki lütfen Mahaprabhu'nun bize söylediği prensipleri bir sıralar mısın?
And then Rupa Goswami said, well, Jiva Doya Namaruchi Vaishnava Sevana.
Bunu söyledi.
And Sanatana said, yes, this is exactly what you are not following.
Ve Sanatana dedi evet, tam olarak bunları yapmıyorsun işte dedi.
Mahaprabhu taught us, Jiva Doya, you have to be compassionate towards jivas.
Jiva Doya yani merhametli olman gerekiyor jivalara.
Are you compassionate to the jiva?
Jiva'ya karşı merhametli olması.
And he brought Jiva Goswami inside.
Goswami şey söyledi.
You should be compassionate towards him.
Ona karşı da merhametli olmalısın.
Jiva started to cry.
Jiva ağlamaya başladı.
Rupa Goswami started to cry. He embraced his disciples. His disciple accepted him.
Rupa Goswami de ağlamaya başladı ve ona sarıldı.
They never separated afterwards.
Ve sonrasında hiç ayrılmadılar.
And Rupa Goswami, as an expression of his love to his disciples, he carved the deity of Radha Damodar.
Ve öğrencisine duyduğu sevgiyi ifade etmek için
And
burada Damodar'ı
he gave it to Jiva Goswami for worship.
Goswami'ye verdi ibadetini.
Now, after Sanatana Goswami passed and Srila Rupa Goswami passed, this temple became the first Vaishnava university in our Sampradaya.
Bizim Sampradaya'mızda Sanatana Goswami ve Rupa Goswami'den sonra burası bizim ilk
This is where the library, Jiva Goswami's library, was situated.
Burada Jiva Goswami'nin kütüphanesi vardı.
Unfortunately, this library was lost in time.
Ve zamanla bu kütüphane ne yazık ki kayboldu.
This is where Sat Sandarbhas were written,
Satsandarbha'nın yazıldığı yer burası.
and this is the place where Jiva Goswami wrote even, Mahabharata contains millions of shlokas.
Biliyorsunuz Mahabharata milyonlarca shloka içeriyor.
The sum total of shlokas that Jiva Goswami wrote is much bigger than even the Mahabharata.
Ve Jiva Goswami'nin yazdığı shlokaların sayısı Mahabharata'nın
He was one of the greatest minds that we had, not just in Indian history, but in the world's history.
sadece Hint tarihinde değil, dünya tarihinde de en yüksek beyinlerden biriydi.
And Jiva Goswami wasn't just a very good writer and a teacher,
Jiva Goswami sadece çok iyi bir yazar ve öğretmen değildi.
because many pandits were studying under Jiva Goswami.
Birçok pandit onun altında çalışıyordu.
Srinivasa Acharya was studying, and other acharyas from our Sampradaya, they were studying under the Jiva Goswami.
Srinivasa Acharya ve diğer acharyalar da Jiva Goswami'nin altında çalışıyorlardı, onun rehberliğinde.
But he wasn't just an intellectual.
O sadece bir entelektüel değil,
He was also a very good manager.
aynı zamanda çok iyi bir yöneticiydi.
Because Jiva Goswami was the first person in our disciplic succession
O grup paramparamızdaki ilk kişiydi.
who registered a society, an organization.
Bir topluluk ve organizasyon.
It was called Vishwa Vaishnava Rajya Sabha. Vishwa Vaishnava Rajya Sabha. Something like the Sangha or the society, the association of Vaishnavas, King Vaishnavas, something like that.
Vaishnavaların asosiyasyonu, birlikteliği, sancası gibi bir
Kings not from the point of the position of the kings, but from the point of their mentality that they are great as Vaishnavas.
Yani kral Vaishnavaların ama burada bildiğimiz kral değil yani.
And Jiva Goswami was the first Vaishnava Acharya who officially registered the society.
Ve Jiva Goswami de resmi olarak topluluğu registre eden ilk kişi.
With the Mughal authorities who were living in Agra.
O Agra'daki lokal otoriteydi.
And they gave him a paper, signed paper.
Ve imzalanmış kağıtlar veriyordu.
And the Muslim administration, they liked Jiva Goswami so much that they provided him paper for writing his books.
Müslüman yönetim Jiva Goswami'yi o kadar çok sevdi ki ona yazması için.
Without that paper, we would not have such sandarbhas and other books because writing on the palm leaves, everything is deteriorating.
Eğer onların sağlığı kağıtları olmasaydı biz bu kitapları sahip olamazdık. Çünkü bu palm kağıtlarına yazıldığında kayboluyor yani.
He was the first Vaishnava who wrote the land that temple was in the ownership of the temple. He wrote in the name of the deity.
İlk defa bu tapınağın sahibi olarak yazılan kişi, deitinin ismi yazan kişidir.
So Jiva Goswami, he was a writer,
Jiva Goswami yazardı,
he was a preacher,
preacher'dı,
he was a guru,
guruydu
and he was a teacher.
ve aynı zamanda öğretmen.
It's not enough just to be a guru.
Sadece guru olmak yetmez.
A guru have a responsibility to teach his disciples.
Gurunun öğrencilerini eğitmek gibi bir görevi var.
It's not enough to give birth to a child. It's not enough to give birth to a child.
Sadece çocuğu doğurmak yetmez.
You have to educate the child.
O çocuğu eğitmeniz.
Making children everywhere is not a problem.
Her yerde çocuk yapmak problem.
Educating children, that's a problem.
Ama problem çocukları eğitmek.
And we can see that Srila Prabhupada, he imbibed the same mood from Jiva Goswami.
Ve Srila Prabhupa'da da Jiva Goswami moduna sahip olduğunu görüyoruz.
Srila Prabhupada was a writer,
Srila Prabhupada da yazardı,
he was a philosopher,
felsefeciydi,
he was a manager, brilliant manager.
yöneticiydi,
He was a guru,
guruydu,
and he was a teacher. He knew how to teach his disciples.
öğretmendi ve öğrencileri nasıl yetiştireceğini.
And Prabhupada knew not only how to teach his disciples, but being empowered by the Lord, he taught also his god brothers.
O sadece öğrencilerini nasıl eğiteceğini bilmiyordu ama aynı zamanda Rab tarafından güçlendirildiği için can kardeşlerini de eğitiyordu.
So this is the place, very, very special place.
O yüzden bu yer çok özel.
Prabhupada said that I'm eternally residing here at Radha Damodar temple.
Ve Srila Prabhupada ben ebedi olarak burada yaşıyorum.
And Prabhupada said that even when Prabhupada was alive, he said this room should be preserved
Srila Prabhupada hayattayken bile bu odayı koruyun diyordu.
for the next generations.
Daha sonraki nesiller için.
You know, Prabhupada's disciples in the beginning, they were, how to say, they were very innocent.
Başlangıçta Prabhupa'nın öğrencileri çok masum.
They were not able to think about the future.
Onlar geleceği düşünemiyorlardı.
And as Srila Shivaram Maharaj told us when we had a walk recently, a few days, what it was, yesterday. Yeah, 2 days ago.
2 gün önce şu an Maharaj'la dolaştığımızda yürüdük.
That one of the queens, she wanted to donate the Keshigat, the whole temple, she wanted to donate to devotees.
Kraliçelerden bir tanesi Keşikat'taki.
And since there were only 6 devotees, 6 Prabhupada's disciples in Vrindavan, they thought that we will not be able to maintain it.
6 tane adalanı vardı Srila Prabhupa'nın ve biz bu kadar kişi burayı...
And therefore they said, well, we are sorry, we are not accepting this donation.
Ama biz bu bağışı kabul edemeyiz dediler.
Can you imagine if ISKCON now was the owner of the Keshigat, everything would be clean and neat there.
Keşikat'ın İskon'un tarafından sahiplendiğini düşünseniz her şey çok temiz.
But devotees were innocent.
Ama adamlar çok masumdular.
And therefore they how to say, they did not know how to do things.
Onlar bir şeyleri nasıl yapacağını bilmiyorlar.
Prabhupada even had to insist to devotees that always have the dictaphone with you and record everything I'm talking.
Srila Prabhupada her zaman Ben diktafonu getirmeyi söyledim. Her şeyi
He had to remind devotees to bring the dictaphone,
O her zaman adananlara diktafonu
and they brought the
getirmeyi
dictaphone.
Ve onlar o şekilde getirdi.
But he had also to remind them to push the button of recording.
Aynı zamanda düğmeye de basıp kaydetmesi.
And this is classical thing, you know.
Çok klasik bir şeydi.
And Prabhupada also, therefore, he had to teach them that these rooms should be preserved for the future generations.
O yüzden şimdi Prabhupada burada da korunmalı gelecek nesiller diye öğretiyordu.
And that's how the rooms are preserved, and devotees in Srila Prabhupada's followers, they're taking care about these rooms.
Bu yüzden şimdi Prabhupada'nın takipçileri tarafından burada korunuyor.
And also Prabhupada's followers, they invested a lot in maintaining this temple, Radha Damodar temple.
Aynı zamanda şimdi Prabhupada'nın takipçileri Radha Damodar tapınağın korunması için de bayağı.
And we will see the changes that were made here.
Burada yapılan değişiklikleri göreceğiz.
Before there wasn't a cage for the monkeys. I mean, everything was quite unpleasant here.
Daha önce bir kafes yoktu maymunlar
But
için.
because devotees helped the Radha Damodar Mandir, he's quite prosperous now.
Şimdi adananlar yardımcı oldu. Daha bolluk içinde böyle.
Okay, dear devotees, we'll go now, we'll take darshan.
Şimdi darshan alacağız adananlar.
Then, since here is situated a Govardhan Shila
Orada Govardhan Shila var.
with the footprint of Krishna on it.
Krishna'nın ayak izinin olduğu.
That Shila was when Sanatana Goswami was very old.
Sanatana Goswami çok yaşlıyken
I don't remember exactly who. It was either Krishna or Lord Chaitanya, if somebody remembers. They told him that Sanatana, no need for you to walk around Govardhan anymore because Sanatana Goswami daily was going around Govardhan.
Sanatana Goswami günlük olarak
Krishna.
Govardhan'ın içerisinde dolanıyordu.
Then Krishna appeared before Sanatana Goswami and told him
Ve Krishna Sanatana Goswami'nin önünde belirdi ve şunları söyledi.
that you are already very old, so you should walk just 4 times around that Govardhan Shila, and it will be the same as walking around Govardhan.
Dedi ki bu Shila'nın çevresinde 4 kere dolan, bu Govardhan'ın içerisinde dolanmak gibi oldu.
Therefore, the tradition here in this temple is to walk 4 times around the altar. You will see the path. We will do it together.
Geçişleri göreceksiniz şimdi, o yüzden burada bir gelenek var. 4 kere
We will pay our obeisances to Jiva Goswami's Samadhi.
Jiva Goswami Samadhisi'nin hürmetlerini
There is also Pushpa Samadhi of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati.
Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami'nin
And
Pushpa
the
Samadhisi var.
samadhis of some of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's disciples and also of some disciples of Srila Prabhupada also.
Burada aynı zamanda Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur ve Srila Prabhupa'nın bazı öğrencilerinin samadhisi.
And then there we will see the Bhajan Kutir of Srila Rupa Goswami
Ve Srila Rupa Goswami Bhajan Kutir'ini de göreceğiz.
and his samadhi, and we will pay our obeisances there too.
Ve samadhisine de hürmetlerimizi soracağız.
And after that we will go to Radha Shyama Sundara Mandir, which is nearby.
Ve buraya yakın olan Radha Shyama Sundara
And we will have a small talk also there.
Orada da küçük bir konuşmamız olacak.
So thank you very much, dear devotees.
Çok teşekkürler.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Madhav Mahan ki jai, Radha Damodar ki jai, Radha Vrindavan Chandra ki jai. You will see many deities there on the altar.
Altlarda birçok deist olduğunu göreceksiniz.
These are the deities of different Goswamis from Vrindavan. They are preserved here.
Onlar Vrindavan'daki farklı Goswami'ler.
And on the left,
Sol tarafta
there is the deity of Radha Vrindavan Chandra.
Radha Vrindavan Chandra.
And Prabhupada said, he's writing in it somewhere, that from his room he saw the Radha Vrindavan Chandra.
O Radha Vrindavan Chandra'yı görüyordu Srila Prabhupada yazarken odasında.
Anyway, let's go and see them.
Evet, gidelim de görelim.
His Grace Radha Govinda Prabhu ki
Go and